What happens when you've been teaching people about wine for years? Well, you eventually get your own wine, and that's what our favorite sommelier has done, or sommelier. Sommelier. Sam, the sommelier. Sam, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
Wow, as soon as I walk in, I get a glass of wine.
Always with me,
That's always with you. But this is important wine because this is your own wine.
Yes, it is. Very own wine label. I am the co-founder of Faff Wine Co.
All right, Faff Wine Co.
Faff Wine Co.
How does it feel?
Feels really interesting. It was a really hard year, but I'm just super stoked that it's finally available for people to buy.
And what is very important here is that you've been tasting wine for how long now? How many years?
Since 2015.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
since
so,
I was 22.
Right.
Yeah, I've been drinking wine.
We're not going to talk about before either. All right, but I know you were tasting a little wine.
Went from Franzia to Faff Wine Co.
Well, this is great. So let's talk about this. How'd this all come about?
Yeah, so I mean, I've always wanted to have my own wine label. People think it's easy. Like, Sam, you're in the wine industry. Why don't you make a wine? It's like, do you want to invest and fund me a bunch of money? So it's about knowing people, collaborating. So I connected with a winemaker who I've been friends with for a few years now, and she had the same goal. And I had the service expertise and the wine club community to sell to. She had the winemaking expertise. So it couldn't have been any better to come together and create this women-made and owned wine. So that's really exciting.
Okay.
Do you want to know what Faff means?
Yeah, well, of course. What does Faff mean?
No one knows what it means, which
I
is
know.
fair. It was really hard to pick a name that wasn't already taken.
Brad. You could have did Brad.
Brad wine
Brad's
is probably
wine.
taken.
No, it isn't.
Everything's taken.
No, it
Did you
isn't.
look?
No.
For trademarking?
Doesn't matter.
Guaranteed.
Go on.
Guaranteed. Faff.
Tanner, my middle name. You could have used Tanner's wine. I don't think things in
I'm
like
not
that.
a huge fan of that name.
Don't know?
I knew a Tanner in high school. I didn't like him. You know when it just rubs you the wrong way? Like, I'm going to think about that about you now. Faff is British.
Okay.
It's British. Use Internet Explorer and Google it.
I can't. It's gone.
It's British for, wait, what does it mean? Oh my God, you have me.
I got it. I love it.
I'm in a Faff. Faff equals fuss.
There it is.
Faff equals fuss. So it's a no fuss, no stuff wine label.
I like it.
Faff Wine Co.
Yeah, I love it.
This is our first ever vintage. It's a sparkling Brut Rosé. It's super crushable. It is the ultimate porch pounder. As you know, that is my favorite term to use.
Totally, yes. And if you watch her Instagram, she's porch pounding.
I'm doing a lot of that.
You do a lot of research.
Yes,
so let me ask you, how are you going to feel now that someone's actually going to be tasting your wine and making, suggestions or whatever with it?
Totally.
How do you feel?
So it's interesting because I used to always say, you're not going to hurt my feelings when we're doing this wine tasting because it's not my wine. I did not make it, so say whatever you want. Now I'm going to be like, don't say anything mean about my wine. But I'm going to ask people for critical feedback.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh my gosh. All right, tell them they need to buy it online.
Yes.
It is not sold.
You tell them. We're on TV right now. We're live on TV.
We're live right now.
Yeah, we
Usually
are.
it's recorded.
So,
Okay. Buy it online, SamanthaSommelier.com. It comes in packs of 3. And it ships to everywhere in the U.S. I know you guys are local to Arizona, but tell your friends, tell your family.
The apparel. I didn't know you had apparel.
Oh, yeah. I've had all this for years. I always make fun new merch. So this is self-care, which is drinking wine, which is the story of my life. Porch Pounder. We have Porch Pounder over here. And then Sam Somm's Wine Club, which is, my wine community. So we drink wine every month.
So let's just say this. Say, for instance, if I buy a bottle, you know what? If I buy a couple of bottles.
You have to buy 3. So,
3?
Yeah.
All right, I buy 3 bottles.
3 bottles or you can't buy any.
3 or nothing. 3 or nothing, people. But if I buy 3 and I call it, will you come over and we saber one together?
Like as a celebration? I promise you.
I know we can't saber right now because you didn't bring the saber.
Yes.
When I was like, you bring the saber? She's like, no.
Don't call me out. They don't know the backstory.
Our backstory?
They don't know why. Every bottle is precious.
I know.
I told you.
But you don't tell them the backstory now, too. Now you're telling them.
Really quick. You have to buy a bottle of my wine if you want to saber it. Every bottle is precious. So even Brad has to buy a bottle.
And I'm going to support.
I know. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
This is awesome. This is so great, Sam. We're so proud of you and glad that you brought it to us to show off. All right, tell them the website where they can get the wine.
SamanthaSommelier.com. It's branded everywhere. That's my Instagram. You can't miss it.
There you go. And you got to go, of course, follow her. And then she is available. Even though it's summertime, you're available to
in-person tastings. Yeah, still taking bookings.
You can ask for her wine, and she can really tell you all about it. So thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much.